Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm your host Tony Coleman, and today I'm going to do a quick unboxing of the Boost Mobile Moto G 5G phone. This is a pretty similar phone to the Stylus 5G that I had already done an unboxing video for, but the specs aren't as good as the Stylus. So this one only has 64 gigabyte internal memory. So depending on what your needs are, there could be worth waiting for the Stylus to come back on special. But right now, I got this phone on the deal where you pay for 1 month of unlimited at $40 and you got the phone for $10. I think it's a pretty good deal, especially if you've got a use for the monthly service. Inside the box, you have the phone that's covered with a sleeve, which is it's stylish, but at the same time really cheap to do. But the box is simple because, I mean, what do you really need for a cell phone box? So inside you had the phone, you have the charging cable, and you have the charging brick. Nothing special, nothing fantastic. You've got the instructions there, and you've also got the SIM card ejection tool. I've already got one of those handy out already, so I don't need it. And I can go ahead and close that and put it there. This was the SIM card that came with the deal. I'll open that here in just a moment. But first, we will undo the packaging and get this phone turned on. It looks pretty much like all the other Motorola's are looking right now. As you can see, this is the Moto G Pure, and the only thing really different is it's a slight different hue of blue. They moved the logo and then of course the camera, but otherwise the Moto G 5G feels slicker, which some people might like. I don't. I like a better grip. But the buttons, the Pure, you can feel it better. This is more of a slick inlay, so that kind of gives people an idea of the layout. That's your power button. These are your volume, and then you have your SIM card on the side here, which I will get into here in a moment. First, I'll see if this has power or not. Sometimes they are charged, sometimes they're not charged. But it's your standard Motorola boot up. As you can see, it's pretty much the whole length of my hand for those wanting an idea of size. So, standard getting started stuff. Connect to a mobile network. I'll need a SIM card for that. I will skip that for now, but I will put that in here in a moment. I like making sure that the phone is up and going before I stick the SIM cards in. So, several networks. Let me pick one, get it logged in. The reason I do it this way is because I want to make sure that all the apps get updated before messing with the SIM card. Sometimes the SIM cards don't want to connect to the mobile networks right unless they've been fully updated. So no, I don't want to improve anything, don't want to enhance device support. Smart updates I do want, so then accept and continue. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's slow. It depends on your network and basically where the phase of the moon is, I guess. But looks like this phone came about half charged, which was about consistent with a few of the others I've received. While it's waiting here, I will go ahead and plug it into a charger that I already have. For those that wonder, yes, it has a headphone jack. It's down here on the bottom. Alright, so since I'm not actually transferring any files or anything from another phone, I'll just hit don't copy. Okay, now your typical Google sign-in, so let me put in one of my many disposable accounts here. Okay. And it takes a while for Google to associate the email address and all your settings to the phone. Alright, so here we're at the Google services. You can decide for yourself if you want to use any of their options. I just hit accept. Doesn't really matter. I'm not going to use a PIN. Continue setup. I'll just leave and get a reminder later because I'm not going to use this phone for anything else. Alright, so stay in touch. Don't need to stay in touch with me. Don't need to subscribe to any of the push notifications. Next. I want dark mode. All set. Alright, so this is what it starts up with. They just have the basic Google apps. Like here, the traditional ones that you'd normally expect with Android. They don't have a lot of bloat on their phones. You'll have the Motorola app and then anything you download from there, but it's pretty straightforward. You get the Facebook app and then pretty slick, pretty straight up forward. So what we'll do next, while that's doing its thing, I might as well start the Google Play to update, find out how many apps. Alright, checking for apps. Looks like there's quite a few here, so need to update a lot of these. I will go ahead and tell it to update everything, and then once it's done I will unpause the video and insert the SIM card and show you how painless it is for setting up the Boost services. So I will take care of this and then I'll be right back. Alright, the phone is now updated, so I will go ahead and open the Boost Mobile SIM card. All that it comes with is basically the SIM card, and I want to say they sometimes, yeah, there it is, they also send a SIM ejection tool, but I've already got it. So what I'll do is use the ejection tool I have to pop that out. Then we want the smallest SIM here. And this being the top of the tray, you want it so that you can actually read the numbers on top and the gold portion on bottom. Just pop that back in. Now Boost Mobile, they activate the SIMs before they ever arrive, so this should automatically detect service and kick right in, download everything it needs to for the APN settings, possibly restart, and then be in business. So as you can see, the signal up here has changed. I will go ahead and turn off my Wi-Fi, and you can see at the top here that it has 5G, and I'm getting the welcome messages from Boost Mobile, so I should be good to go. We'll go ahead and pull up Chrome here. Alright, and we'll just pull up Yahoo Finance. This is on their 5G. In my area, we can even do speed test, but this will be highly dependent on your location, on what kind of speeds that you will get. But some people tend to ask me how good of speeds I'm getting at the time, so on and so forth, but sure, we'll try the app. They seem to think it works better than the website, so we'll go with that. So open. Welcome speed test. Continue. Yes, you can use precise location. I don't care. While using the app. Wow. Alright, so right now Boost Mobile, Moto G 5G, and if I didn't clarify, this is the 2022 model of the Moto G 5G. So right now, pretty good speeds. It's not as good as if I was in a big city, but that's pretty good for this area. Some people ask me what it'd be after I use up a certain amount of data. I probably won't make a second video just for that because I think it's irrelevant, but download, we were 172 megabit per second, and upload looks to be around 18.6. Not too bad. A lot better and visible, so everything seems to be pretty responsive. As far as cameras go, they definitely don't compete with the Pixel phones or a lot of the iPhones, but the cameras are okay. Considering you're getting a phone of this quality for as low as $10 plus a month of service, I wouldn't be too nitpicky about it. Here, Motorola is downloading their bloat now. You can actually remove all of that and disable the Moto app from doing it. I'll mess with that later because it's not important, but yeah, it's a pretty slick phone. I would recommend it for, like, if you have a kid that wants to play games or something. They do play okay with games. I'm not going to say it's going to play the top of the line games because this isn't a gaming phone per se, but one of my kids uses the Moto G Stylus 5G, and she plays all her games on it, and it's pretty smooth. But yep, that's pretty much what it is. If anyone's got any questions, please feel free to drop those in the comments section down below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. If you got any other tips or suggestions, or even if there's another Boost Mobile cheap deal that you want me to look into, definitely ping me on that, because I may not be aware of it. But I try to keep up on all these and stay up to date. But anybody wanting to know, it is Android 12, so that's positive. It's not the newest version of Android, but then again, do you really care? So that's all I got for you. So if you would do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button so that you get notifications of new content that drops, and then please share it with your friends. So until next time, that's all I got for you. Have a good one.